Welcome back. This is Morning Express. Thank you so much for staying with KTN News. As promised, before we went on that commercial break, we want to take a look at the local dailies. So I hope you've grabbed a copy of your Standard or the Daily Nation as early as now. If you haven't, I promise you it's going to be a good one. But first of all, let's begin with the Standard. This is what we are highlighting this morning. Why a phone chat with Sonko is risky. And here, just to read a few of the things that, of course, on this other side of it, will explain some of the people who have found themselves in situations with the governor. Rachel Shebesh, the former women rep here of Nairobi, during that scandal that she was with, says, and I quote, "I don't know anything about the pictures. They are a total fabrication. I have no links at all with the pictures. Our former deputy governor, and Nairobi still doesn't have one. Polycarp Igathe, your road projects are doing well, although there are some employees in the finance who are..."
On the Standard, why a phone chat with Sonko is risky. And let me start first of all also by introducing the panel that we have this morning to discuss this. And to my immediate left, I have Honorable Kembi Gitura, who is the immediate former senator for Murang'a County. We also have Honorable Kipruto Arap Kirwa, who is the deputy party leader for ANC. Good morning, gentlemen, and thank you for joining us. And of course, the headline, why a phone chat with Sonko is risky. Well, according to him, in an interview that was held yesterday at a certain radio station, that is his way, his unique way, let me say, of fighting impunity. So if you call him and you have anything that you'd like under the table, make sure that it's not recorded. Let me start with you, Honorable Kipruto Arap Kirwa. A way of fighting impunity, do you buy that?
Well, I think that is part of impunity because how do you, if it's a private conversation, like he was to call him over a cup of tea, why does he suspect me that I'm likely to be increasing the pace of impunity within our society? I think there must be a certain level of decorum that if you are dealing with a colleague, you are able to discuss with a colleague without necessarily making him look so bad. Remember the case of Governor Waititu and Governor Sonko. It doesn't come out very well. Not that we have to hide what we discuss, but why must you expose third parties when you are discussing an issue like that? It may not be the best way, but we leave it to him.
We leave it to him.
Yeah.
Honorable Kempi Gitura, do you think maybe Sonko has a point? Because if you have anything to hide, then you will go on record. And maybe that's a way, because according to his argument, is that the only way to get somebody with corruption is to have evidence. And for him, that is evidence on the table.
What he's doing, in my view, is criminal. I reckon that what he needs to do is that if I call him, and he's a friend, if I call him, and the first thing he should tell me is that, listen, I'm going to record this conversation because I need to keep a record of it so that we can refer to it in the future. If it's a business recording, business conversation, he must let me know that he's recording. If you call in a bank today wanting to make an inquiry, and you are put on
when they're doing an interview or something.
No. If you call your bank wanting to check many things, they let you know that they are recording that conversation.
For quality purposes.
For quality purposes, but we all know that it's more than just quality purposes.
Right.
So what Sonko should do is that if he is going to record you, he must let you know he's recording you. Otherwise, what he's doing, in my view, is criminal, and I wouldn't want to call him because I don't know how he's going to. The danger is also you don't know how he's going to use that conversation. You don't even know whether he's going to edit it. You know, like Photoshop. You know, people do Photoshop. Whether he's going to edit it and let it suit his purposes, so that the whole thing comes out of context. So I think it's a very dangerous thing, and I think it should be stopped. And I think it's high time that whoever is in charge of these things, well, I don't know whether it's communication authority, should let him know that what he's doing is not correct in the law. Okay,
but one would argue that if everything is above board, then really you should not fear.
Why should my private conversation be recorded? Why do people think that every time you call somebody it's about a deal? Yeah, we could be discussing very many things. And then, like I said, the risk of repeating myself, I do not know how he's going to edit that before he releases it to the public.
Okay, is there anything that bars him from doing that, you know, according to the law?
I think it's illegal. I think I would like to check the law, but I think there must be something because there is privacy. My privacy is assumed that it is there, and I don't think anybody has a right to disseminate things that I do not want to be disseminated to the public. If I call you, I brought myself here, and the things you and I are discussing are public things, and I came here myself on my own 2 feet.
On your own will.
On my own will, so I've accepted, I've consented. But if I call you, Michael, and then you are recording me, I don't know how you propose to use that recording, something is criminal about it.
All right, and well, would like to hear what your take is on that. Do let us know. Remember, you're welcome to participate in this conversation via social media, and the Twitter handle is,